I'm what they call a punch wizard, and yeah, I just got all this muscle magic, and if I put my hands together, some stuff's coming down, man.
A punch wizard, also a fistard.
A necromancer, but I just have really good neck muscles.
Oh yeah, yes.
A sorcerer. You got a little bit of a sorcerer going on there.
Oh
yeah. That's the best one. I can't top sorcerer.
No, we can keep going.
That's good. What about a flexecutioner?
Oh, that's cool. That's something that I think a sorcerer definitely has a flexecutioner on hand.
Yeah, a flexecutioner doesn't have necessarily magic abilities, but they got a lot of good muscle killing skills.
Mm-hmm. You'll look at his body and you'll be like, "Fuck, I wish I was dead."
Dude, that's the
this dude looks so good. I fucking wish I was in a grave.
Oh, what's the point of even living? And you just climb right into a grave, and he's like, "My job is done."
I'll never be like him. I should die.
I should pass on. I went to I wanted to hear about Trad's run-in with Scientologists.
Yeah, well, listen, I feel like Goosebuds, by the way, welcome to Goosebuds.
Hello.
I feel like Goosebuds is already not necessarily on the friendly program list of Scientologists, not that we've said too much stuff, but
we've definitely been reviewed.
Oh, they can flick the tip of my dick, dude.
Yeah. Oh, dude, twice.
I'm within walking distance of the Celebrity Center, so they could get me. They could. Wait, hold on. Let me unpack that. They could flip the tip of your dick.
Flick it. They can flick it.
Yeah. Tell him, Paul. Tell him.
They can flick it right off, dude.
To catch everyone else up to speed, Paul and I have decided to start telling people instead of fucking off, they can like do something strangely inappropriate to us.
Yes.
Off.
And it's like kind of like. It's always something that like we wouldn't enjoy.
Oh, see, it sounded kind of half pleasant.
No, yeah, like if you're like, suck my dick, like that's like I'm gonna get some enjoyment out of that. But like Dom, yours, go ahead, say yours.
Yeah, fucking rub your fingers across my tit, dude. Fuck you.
Okay, I'm gonna work on one before the end of this podcast. I'm gonna come up with one.
Figure out the thing that could maybe be pleasurable, but if someone is doing it that you don't want them to do it. You could
so if a loved one did it,
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to come in here.
Okay.
You can't think that much about it.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. You're right.
It's black magic, Chad. It's a black magic. Be careful.
If I try to read the book too much, I'll become obsessed with the word.
Yeah, you're only gonna be doing that.
So Scientology, it's just like, listen, I live in Hollywood, and I've been getting back into Pokemon Go because I'm really cool like that.
I love playing it. I play it all the time. It's not a game, but I love playing it.
Let's be friends on it. Well,
Oh, Chad. Okay, we'll do that in a second.
I've been playing mostly because I think this is also testament to apps, right? This all makes sense in the long run, this story.
Yeah, computer drugs for our brains.
Yeah. Like, the girlfriend, right? She's been quitting smoking and doing that with Juul pods. Mm-hmm. But then the goddamn government outlawed Juul pods.
Government, let computers teach us how not to smoke, please. Okay?
Yes, please. Let us put the magic liquid sticks however we want to use them. But they've discontinued the mint-flavored Juul pods. Rest in peace. They were pulled from all the stores. It was a goddamn riot. So the girlfriend's like, I guess I'm going cold turkey on nicotine. And she's been filling that endorphin with Pokemon Go.
That's smart.
Which is a testament to both her willpower and the power of like Pokemon Go mobile tap games for releasing endorphins.
The terrible addictive power of game.
It's interesting that somehow just like tapping on little like Torchics is somehow equivalent to the same level of chemicals that go off in your brain when you get a nice pull of a cancer stick, you know?
A minty Juul.
Just be careful, you know. I've heard one too many stories about, you know, a significant other that went out for Pokemons and just never came home.
Oh, dude, yeah, man. Especially the neighborhood I live in.
That's a bit dangerous. I was kind of talking about like a dad abandoning their family, like that's the old trope. He went out for a pack of cigarettes and I never saw him again.
The new Pokemon Go version is they joined Team Rocket is what they did. They went off and joined Team Rocket.
My dad went out to do a level 5 raid, never saw him again.
Never saw him again.
I think Zapdos killed his ass. I don't know.
He still sends me gifts on Pokemon Go, but I don't see him. He sends
you gifts every day, every year. Chad, What can the government go do to you?
The government can just stab me right in the taint.
Oh my god! Oh, that was dark. This guy
hates the government.
He hates the government.
Was that one too extreme? Because it felt real.
It reflected your severe hatred for all things governing.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I got some anti-government burning all down.
I've got some hatred, bro.
So we're walking on Hollywood. We're doing we're walking Hollywood Boulevard, a terrible, terrible place for everyone.
I've been there, yeah.
But yeah, and if you ever visit LA, don't go to Hollywood Boulevard. It's just like
Hollywood Boulevard is like if Philadelphia went and visited LA and took over an entire street.
I mean, does Philadelphia have just poor man's Bane walking around, like the Dark Knight Bane, still just
somewhere
doing that character?
There was a fire in Philadelphia within the past year, and a man in a bootleg Elmo suit showed up and danced out in front of it.
Oh, see, yeah, I know New York has some pretty crazy ones with the Times Square, like Elmo and stuff.
They're just, at least the LA and New York ones are enterprising. The Philadelphia ones are just weird.
They're all weird. We
maybe need to get them in like some sort of league where they can compete, like the way WWE united all the wrestling leagues, and that clearly went well for everyone. Let's get all the costume performers.
Are you saying you want to play the Smash Brothers of street performed costume people?
Yeah, I want to play the Def Jam Vendetta Fight for New York of Dirty Elmo and Kind of Dora the Explorer. Like, dude, I want those two to fight.
Elmo that has been standing by too much exhaust.
The tailpipe of a bus just like worn down its left leg.
Yeah, you want gritty. Yeah. You want gritty Elmo. You're trying to form the WWML, the Worldwide Mascot League, right? Yes.
Also somehow backyard wrestling at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and the supers from Def Jam Vendetta.
God, I love Def Jam Vendetta.
But how do the Scientologists play?
Well, so this is a long, rambling journey just to Scientology.
Hollywood like any Boulevard. Good Goosebud story, there's all types of twists and turns.
Oh yeah, twists and turns, and barely any covering of the book for a good 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. We do a good job.
We do a good job. So, like, Hollywood Boulevard has about 6 major buildings that are just owned by the Scientologists at this point. Like, if you are a tourist walking down the Walk of Fame, you're going to go past big buildings that are kind of built like Apple stores, and they're just Dianetics. Or, hey, look at this new cover of, I was going to say Starship Troopers, but Battlefield Earth. Battlefield Earth, that's what it's called? Yeah.
Remember that one? They reprinted it.
They were like, reprinted it. Seriously, it's like, we got new covers. John Travolta's not on it, but hey, check it out. And it's just propaganda piece. But there are like probably, I'd say, at least 30 to 40 dudes and ladies walking in the Scientology Mormon-esque uniforms out on Hollywood Boulevard, just like trying to get you to come in for screenings.
Is this all the time? Yeah. Is this all the time or just
all the time? All the time.
Certain
all day.
Okay.
I don't know if they're like doing it to build up Thetan bucks that they can trade in. Or what? Like, I don't know. This is like Sea Org.
They're trying to get some cult members.
Yeah, I don't care what they're doing. They can lick my left cheek, dude.
They can lift your left cheek. They can lift
strong. They can lift it.
They can lift it. Oh, okay.
Let's also be ambiguous over what cheek. We're not saying what cheek, and I like.
Oh, you're right. They can lift the cheek.
They can lift the cheek. That almost sounds like a royal thing you do to a queen.
They don't get to grope me. They just get to lift the cheek up.
Oh, lift the cheek. Sure.
Yeah, like if you were planning on sitting down and you had a bad cheek,
yeah,
they can lift it for you,
like a little adjustment. I mean, this is all coming into place. So like, we're walking up and down Hollywood. We're just trying to like, I guess, be polite still to them, right? Because like, why be a dick to anyone? But we're saying no. And at some point, it just kind of came across like we were talking about how wouldn't the nicer thing to do instead of just like, no, thank you, I don't want any literature. No, I'm not interested. Just how we're going like, hey man, you're in a cult. Hey, you're in a cult. Hey, you're in a cult. Finger guns. Point. Like, isn't that the better, nicer thing to do? In case I know they know it.
I think it's nice.
They're going to respond in probably a more appropriate way where they stop bothering you altogether. So that's probably good. And also, it's just like, hey, this is why I don't want your stuff, and also this is what your organization is.
I agree. It's a nice thing to do. But I think what you end up doing is you're drawing aggro on yourselves there, guys.
I know. And they do have secret dude. They do have secret police that is like really kind of like spooky. You ever see those,
They
Dom?
can't bust you for saying that word, though. You can't say... wait, they have secret police?
Yeah, man. There's like both around the Hollywood ones and the Celebrity Center in Los Feliz. Like, there's just dudes in kind of plain clothes cop uniforms, right? They all are on bikes. They all have bikes. Scientology won't give them a car. And they're just like kind of patrolling all the properties and like taking photos. And it's like real life Men in Black. And I don't like it.
I have seen those dudes.
I feel like those dudes would just grab you and drag you into the basement.
Oh, every time I'm going to the Egyptian, I'm always like running to make a movie, and they're always like, read a whole book. Don't you want to take our electric test? And the answer is no. Not even as a gag would I go into one of those places, because they take your name down and freaking scan your body and freaking, if you're gonna do that, freaking,
Will they hunt you? Will they not like obviously like not like hunt you with a gun, but will they?
Yeah, they'll hunt you with a gun, dude.
They will hound you. They will hunt you, dangerous game style.
If you get up high enough, if you get up high enough theme levels, and then you decide to leave the church, the frozen digital head of L. Ron Hubbard will like hunt you in a MODOK suit.
Oh God!
Through a big woods, like through Griffith Park in Los Feliz,
they build a MODOK suit. Oh man,
yeah,
you guys are
it's
rich.
like half MODOK, half Krang. It's like that kind of thing.
So it's got some like shitty legs on it. Still, it's not floating.
His face is way more bloated though, because they put him in the wrong liquid, so his face like really expanded and it's really.
Oh yeah, it filled the whole thing. And you're right, Paul. The legs are kind of weak. The real secret way to defeat L. Ron Hubbard when he's hunting you is he can't go downstairs like ED 209.
Yeah, you have to get to some stairs and you have to attack his legs.
Yeah, he can't follow you down.
Mm-hmm. And then once you get him on the ground, you go for his bloated face because it's weak and the skin will just slough off.
Yeah, you could swipe at it with your bare hand and skin would pull off.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so waterlogged. I went to Oregon.
Yeah, Dom, please save us from Scientology tracking all this podcast. Please tell us about Oregon.
Yeah, they're reviewing. We're getting reviewed. I won't tell that story, but how was Oregon? It was good. It was good. I couldn't believe how everybody only ever talked about going mountain biking.
Dude, really?
You know what? Something I'll say it was good. Like I enjoyed spending time with my brother, and next time I go up, I will go mountain biking with him. Mm-hmm. But oh my God, you walk into every store, everybody wants to say hello to you. Everybody wants to ask how your day was, what your plans are. It's like, and then as you're leaving, they want you to say goodbye to them. They want to say goodbye to you. And I like left one store that I stopped in for a second, and two people were like, bye. And I was like, I'm never coming back. I'm not saying goodbye to you. Like I was like so annoyed.
When people live in New York or LA for a while, or like big cities like that, people get real like weirded out about talking to other people. It's funny. It's a funny thing that happens to people.
I like to talk. I like to talk to people. You know me. I can talk and talk. People know that from this show.
Oh yeah.
I'm not trying to have a conversation with everyone that I see in my life. I don't know. There was that. I did shoot some guns for the first time.
Oh, what kind of gun did you shoot?
I guess it was all 9mm.
Oh, that escalated really. That suddenly turned real fast on this story.
Talk friendly talks and shooting.
Friendly talks, and so I shot some guns.
Well, it was the first time that I shot some guns, and it was fun. It felt exactly like the video game taught me, and now I am the warrior for the army.
Good at it.
It all translated perfectly.
Join the army. Join it. I shot an AR-15 though.
Oh,
wait, that's an
intense gun.
Yeah, so the person who showed me guns and allowed me to shoot them was really he did a really good job explaining all of the safety, like how the guns operate, and I don't know, I felt like it was very insightful, and I also have like a newfound respect for just gun mechanism, like, and safety. Like, I just think it's interesting how some guns are easier than others, but almost every gun is like, if you don't know how to operate this, you won't be able to fire a bullet.
Right.
So it's kind of neat that way. But the AR-15, I was able to aim and shoot it like a regular rifle, and then he also told me to hip fire, and that was fun.
Whoa!
Wait, he told you to hip fire?
You got the shoot
yeah,
from
he
the
was
hip?
just like, just clear out the chamber, just do it from the hip, just
How'd
hold
that
it
feel?
between your body and your elbow, and just like empty the chamber.
What did you
out.
imagine?
And I did that.
What did you imagine
and-
you were shooting when you did that?
I mean, terrorists.
Okay,
I mean,
good.
Good
answer.
No, we were shooting like an old tree that was like just out in the middle of.
Oh, come on, a poor old tree.
Here's the thing.
You shot
Gnomes live in those, Dom. Gnomes live in trees.
I know. Wait, that's why I felt bad. No, I did shoot off so I shot it, and like obviously there's recoil, so it's just kind of going up a little bit. And I shot a little tree off, like a little branch off this tree, and I felt really bad. I felt really bad about it. I was like, oh. But it was also kind of funny. But it was definitely a lot of fun to shoot the AR-15. It was the most fun one. But yeah, I shot a couple handguns, a rifle, and then the AR-15, and I had a great time. It was great.
Do you think now you'll own a gun? Do you think you'll own a gun now?
I actually thought about it. I don't think so. But if I need to own a gun, I know how to operate one now.
That might be
Proper
a
safety.
good thing. Yeah, everyone's
It's good
like
to learn.
everyone- proper safety in case the uprising happens and we all need to start.
When
picking
when
up weapons.
The
uprising
upright.
happens.
Well, like I just gotta say, if you played video games, you're halfway there.
Yeah,
You just gotta learn the rest, folks.
I mean, real talk. I gotta say that the time I did use a gun also when my uncle. I don't know if I ever told this on the podcast, where I went hunting at my uncle's farm.
No, you never told us about your hunting.
Oh man,
experience.
it's like one of my darkest, saddest stories.
Chad, I think you should tell us about that on Camp Goosebuds.
Yeah, I'll tell it on Camp Goosebuds. I will say that
I would
to
love to
back
hear
it
the
up,
full story.
Shout out to Patreon exclusive episodes of Camp Goosebuds. There is something about like the first time I was using that on a range. I was like, yeah, this does kind of translate. Some of these skills do translate.
Right?
That's weird.
The hand-eye coordination for sure.
There's something to translate. It's not the same thing, but there's something that goes along. I mean, I wish like if real guns could have control sticks somehow. I don't know how you would work that.
Drones.
Counter-Strike trained me. Counter-Strike is where I cut my teeth.
Oh man, I would love to take a sample size, by the way, of like anyone who's joined any military forces who are like, yeah, I used to play Counter-Strike. That's what got me into it. Like,
Yeah, dude. Modern Warfare is a huge recruitment.
Call
I
of
would
Duty, definitely.
love to know the crossover of that data set.
Modern Warfare was a lot better for recruitment than America's Army was. I'll tell you that.
All right. Well, if somehow this is your first episode of Goosebuds, hi, my name is Chad. These are my friends Dom and Paul.
Hello.
We read Goosebump books.
And we're about to read one now. Buckle in.
Voted on by our wonderful Patreon supporters over at patreon.com/goosebuds. They have chosen this wonderful adventure episode that Dom is going to read to us.
This is a special episode where we go on a choose your own adventure together. Now, Chad and I will be playing the boys or girls in the adventure.
Yeah.
And Dom will be our reader / dungeon master who will guide us through our harrowing adventure.
That's right. And today we'll be reading a later book in the Give Yourself Goosebumps series. This is from 1998. It is Check Out at the Dead End Hotel.
Now, this one has the picture of a skeleton handing a key to you on the cover. And I think in our Discord, and I couldn't call up the name now, but someone said they would never take a skeleton's key. And I agree with that.
I think I agree with that. There's something else I want to talk about this cover. This skeleton is trying to put this key in your pee hole.
Oh yeah,
What?
Oh yeah. He's aiming down.
100%. Yeah,
I guess so.
100%.
I think the most terrifying part of that whole idea is if it's a skeleton key, it can open anything, which means if he wants to put it in there,
You're gonna fall in love with him.
yeah, your whole body's just going to open up like a zipper.
It might be a portal to a place you never even thought you had.
A kink you didn't know you had.
You guys remember that character from The Matrix, the Keymaster or whatever, and he like had all those keys.
He was
made
cool.
all those keys for all those doors. He was pretty cool.
I like the Keymaster. I would have taken the red pill to hang out with him.
Just filing down keys. That's what I kind of hope we're encountering in this story.
Me too.
What are our rules?
The rules will be when I'm done reading, it has to end.
I like these Cavalier rules today.
Yeah, well, I feel like we were
is-
abandoning we used to have like lives, right? We used to have the when we die 3 times. But these books, they just punish us so much for making good choices.
Yes.
Sometimes they torture you. That's for sure.
Sometimes they torture
We're
us.
giving him another try, though. We're going to give RL another shake. Can he do it? I'll read the first page here, okay?
Yeah,
I'll
go on.
Okay, all right, I'm ready.
Beware, do not read this book from front to end. Those are the first words.
Okay.
You just checked into the Dead Hotel. The question is, will you check out? That all depends on whether you can make it through the night, because this is no ordinary hotel. It's full of ghosts who want you to be their permanent guest. And if you can't find a way to stay awake and then escape, you'll be stuck here forever. This scary adventure is all about you. You decide what will happen and how terrifying the scares will be.
Ooh.
Start on page 1. Then follow the instructions at the bottom of each page. You make the choices. If you choose well, you'll make it out of this haunted hotel. But if you make the wrong choice, beware. So take a deep breath and cross your fingers and turn to page 1 to give yourself goosebumps.
So do the ghosts run? Do the ghosts run the hotel, or are they hanging out at the hotel? What's the deal here? What's the business
I hope
model?
this is like a Luigi's Mansion situation. I hope that's what this is.
We all
Me
hope this is a Luigi's Mansion situation.
We could only be so lucky.
I just want to say that pre-warning. By the way, I have a problem with that.
It scared the pee out of me.
Mm-hmm. Too much pee came out, actually.
That is one of the problems. The other problem is that instead of just saying you guys, control the story, it's also you control how scary this book is. I'm sorry, book. That's not my responsibility. You got to be scary.
Don't put the work on me, book.
And I kind of took issue with that as well, Chad. Honestly, it's like you do the work. I'll be the reader, the free reader. This is free reading, by the way.
Yeah, this is like free running, right? It's like we're like free. What's it when you climb a mountain without any ropes? It's
free hanging.
Free hanging.
Yeah, sure.
Free holding. That's what we're doing.
Free holding.
I think it's called aggro cragging. I think that's what
it
it's
is.
called.
You're right.
Fucking freeload my lips. Is that what it said? Okay. Why are we slowing down here? BJ Matson moans from the front of the car seat. It's so dark.
That's me. I'm BJ.
Okay.
Well, okay, Paul.
Chad.
Jesus, thanks for taking it. But go ahead.
You open your eyes and yawn. You must have dozed off. Sleepily, you gaze out the car window. It's a misty, starless night. You're on a 2-lane road in the middle of nowhere. Where are we? You ask BJ's mom. I'm not sure, Mrs. Matson answers. The car sounded funny, so I pulled off the highway. We need to have a mechanic look at the engine. You nudge Moira O'Neill. She's sleeping beside you in the back seat.
Ooh,
Right.
I'm Moira.
Neither of us are the boy. I love that.
And poke Jamie Kaplan in the leg.
Too many kids.
You, Jamie, Moira, and BJ are on a class trip to Washington, D.C., and
Okay.
you're supposed to stay in a motel when you get there. But BJ's mother is a slow driver. The other parents' cars vanished down the highway a long time ago. Mrs. Matson pulls off the deserted road. You peer out the window. There's nothing in sight except for a sign for a motel, or hotel, rather. Wake up, you whisper nervously to Moira and Jamie. We're stopping at a place called the Dead Hotel. Moira's eyes snap open. She leans across you and stares out. She seems spooky to me, so I just wanted to play that up.
No, I love that. That's great. Great addition.
You peer into the darkness and only see your soul staring back. You peer into the darkness as Miss Matson pulls up the driveway. You spot a huge old hotel with dark stone columns flanking the entrance. The building is set back from the road among the pine trees. There are strange carvings over the front door. Gargoyles gazing down at you. The sign doesn't say Dead Hotel, Moira argues. It says Hotel Morte. Yeah, you agree, but do you know what morte means? It means death in about 16 languages, like mortician, mortal, and that's enough, Miss Matson sighs. The only thing that's dead is my car. Hop out, we're spending the night here.
Frick you, Miss Matson. You can comb my pubes.
Yeah.
Whoa.
BJ.
That is you part
That's my mom.
pubes.
That's my mom. Part of my pubes.
I think Miss Matson does part BJ's pubes.
Oh, sure. Yeah. You check for lice before the big trip.
It's a sanitary thing. It's not a grooming thing or a sexual thing.
We are hardly getting out of this first decision. It's too much to pick apart here. We had to know every kid's last name for some reason.
Yeah, well, pick apart my pubes, all right?
Don't. Please don't. You, Moira, BJ, and Jamie all grab your duffel bags from the trunk. Then you follow Miss Matson into the creepy hotel. The instant you step into the lobby, you feel a strange chill, as if an icy hand had just rubbed across your shoulders. You glance around the marble lobby. Old leather couches and armchairs dot the huge room. Dusty potted palms lurk in the corners. But there's not a single person in sight. Welcome to Hotel Morte, a voice calls out from nowhere. You jump, startled. Where did that voice come from? Then you spot the desk clerk. You hadn't noticed him before. He's a scrawny man with beady little eyes. Thin strands of hair are combed across his greasy bald head. We only have one room left, he informs you, handing over the key. You shiver when you see the room number. Room 1313. You haul your bags into the rickety old elevator, press the button for 13, and ride up. This isn't so bad, Jamie says as you pile into the room. Yeah, like you pressed, floor 13, room 13, right?
Yes, yeah. Well, that doesn't make sense in a hotel.
Not to slow us down. I feel like there's been no build up. Dom, you're doing an amazing job.
You're bringing the characters to this.
There's been no discussion over we're supposed to be in the DC for the tour. I guess we'll stay here for the night. This is breaking so many parent teacher rules and permission slips.
We're not even close to being on the itinerary of this trip right now. This is fucked up.
This is a huge thing. We're gonna miss our tour of the Washington Monument.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's even more fucked up than the DC.
Who's paying for this room?
Let's see. Hey, this room isn't so bad, Jamie says as you all pile into the room. It's got the regular stuff. TV, telephone, room service. Don't call room service, Miss Matson snaps. I'm going down the hall to get us some sodas from the drink machine. I'll see if there's any snacks. As soon as she's gone, BJ grabs the TV remote. Let's watch a pay-per-view movie, he suggests. If we hurry, my mom won't be back in time to cancel it.
If we all start watching a skin flick right now and start jerking off, we can finish before my mom gets back.
Yeah, sodas. She's got to freaking put so much change into that thing. Come on, we got plenty of time. Forget the movie, Jamie argues. Let's order some food. I'm starved. If you want to order room service, turn to page 32. If you'd rather watch a pay-per-view movie, turn to 44.
We only get to do one?
Yeah, you only got time for one. You only got time for one sin, Paul.
How will you sin? How will you sin?
What's our sin, Chad?
I gotta know what bad Skinamax stuff is on the TV.
Yeah, me too. Let's watch a movie.
I'm up for a movie, you declare. What's on? Let's find out, BJ answers, flipping channels. Welcome to Hotel Morte, a ghoulish man on the screen announces. Whoops, let me try that again.
This is a really...
Welcome to Hotel Morte, a ghoulish looking man on the screen announces. We're glad you've tuned into the hotel channel. We always like to keep our guests. Wait, we always like to welcome our guests. Watch carefully now, he adds in a deep, creepy voice. The man's face suddenly becomes pale and transparent like a ghost. Then he lifts his wispy, filmy arm toward you. Ew. He reaches straight through the television screen.
Oh, no.
135. We're going to go.
Oh, we don't
You're going to be charged for every minute
that I squeeze your throat. Whoa, you cry, jerking back. The man twists a knob on the TV, turning up the sound. In the next instant, he yanks his airy arm back. What is an airy arm? I have fucking no idea.
How is it spelled?
Airy, like air, like if this room was
like
airy.
I guess like a wispy arm.
Yeah, like ethereal, but he could have just said ethereal. I guess he thought kids were too dumb. Okay,
kids didn't know that shit.
He didn't know. There's not thesaurus.com to use while you're writing. Yeah,
this is pre-internet, so he can pre-good internet.
Then he returns to solid form. Oh, so he turned into a ghost on TV, and then he went through the TV transmission, and
then
now he's back into solid on television.
He reached through like Freddy Krueger or something.
Yeah, okay, he laughs a horrible, evil laugh. You and Jamie tremble. Moira gasps. Yikes! BJ cries. He drops the remote control. The guy's a ghost. The man sneers, still chuckling. You have just checked into a haunted hotel, he explains. And not just for one night, but forever. By morning, you will all be ghosts. We hope you enjoy your stay. It will last until eternity.
He's kind of laying it on thick.
This guy's cool. I don't know, man. I feel like this guy has some professional Disney-esque script writers for him, because this feels like some Disneyland shit.
Fucking nothing came on TV. Just this guy who reached through the TV and spooked you.
Yeah, I thought he was at least going to offer us like options, like would you like to watch Butt Sluts 9 or perhaps Hill House or whatever? But like no, he just started telling us that everything's going on.
You, Jamie, Moira, and BJ stare at the TV in shock. Don't try to escape, the ghost on TV continues. The doors are all locked. There's no way out. And everyone you'll meet here, every single one of our guests and staff, is a ghost! BJ gasps. Help! He wails. Mom! The ghost chuckles. Oh, we'll be taking care of her. Wow! Jamie murmurs. Good night now, the ghost adds. And sweet dreams. Sweet dreams? When he says those words, he glances toward the bed. Hey! Sweet dreams from Hotel Morte. That's what's printed on the wrappers of the 4 little mints.
Oh.
The mints that are resting on the bed pillows. You hurry to the bed and pick up a mint. Look, you announce.
It's cyanide.
Yeah. Sweet dreams. That's what the ghost said. And it says the same thing on the wrapper. Don't eat it, Moira warns quickly. I'll bet it's poison. The mints will probably kill us or maybe put us to sleep forever.
See? Called it.
But so like can we not pick anything to watch on the movies?
No, there is no movie. It's the pay-per-view. What you watched was an announcement.
That's what we paid to view that, Chad.
Yeah, I would hope that also like a pay-per-view channel, like as he does his like prepare to die forever, he go, welcome to the haunted house. He just like loops back over into the entire spiel.
We paid to view that, and we paid with our lives.
Damn, was not worth it.
As Jamie twists his mouth into a sneer, don't be ridiculous, he scolds Moira. You're afraid of a mint? He marches toward the bed and grabs a mint. He reads the words on the wrapper. It's just candy, he insists. Then he tosses it to you. Here, catch. Eat it. I dare you. You had frickin' 3 goddamn commands there. Here, catch. Eat it. I dare you. You stare at the green foiled wrapped mint in your hand. Why would I take this dare, you wonder? Easy answer. You always take Jamie's dares. You can't resist. But before you can unwrap the mint, the phone rings. Wait a minute, you think. Who could be calling you here? No one knows that the car broke down. No one knows you're at Hotel Morte. Weird. So what are you going to do? Eat the mint or answer the phone?
Those are 2 options.
Like, how did we like that? Like all the way that was written and the way I read it. It seemed very funny to end there. Would you like to eat the mint or answer the phone?
All right, Chad. Here we go. We're gonna metagame.
Chad,
this.
I mean, I know how. Chad, I'm just gonna say, I know how we would have reacted as little children. We would have ate the mint.
Well, that's what I'm trying to think. We're trying to metagame this here, right? So we always make the good decision, right?
Yeah, we try to.
You make a wise decision. You usually make a wise decision.
And
right?
the wise decision here, I think would be to answer the phone. But I think that, again, in the metagaming situation here, they want us to think that. And they want us to think that the candy's going to be bad. But if we eat the candy, it's actually going to be bad.
Wow, that's some like
Do you follow
deep,
me? Do you follow me?
That's some like 5th round of rock, paper, scissors level metagaming.
We're in the convolutions of RL's mind fully at this point.
Here's where I'm at, because I agree with all of that. I don't like the book was, you gotta do the mints because you never back down from a taunt from this piece of shit friend of yours.
I don't
like that. I don't like that at all. We make our own rules.
No, let's answer that goddamn phone, Chad.
But here's the other thing. Can we eat, is the option to eat all the candies?
No, just yours. There's 4, so I think you're dared to eat 1.
What did it say on it? Have a good visit or something?
Have sweet dreams.
It said sweet dreams from the Hotel
Oh,
Morte.
dude, we get to go into fucking Nightmare World. That sounds like a blast, though.
Actually, Chad, so again, that's why I think it sounds cooler, and they want us to do that, and they want us to fail and have a bad time.
Okay,
fuck, Chad.
What would be the story if we answer the phone? Like, we got to go down to the laundry and get our clothes or something?
Yeah,
like, what?
It's only going to be boring if we answer the phone, right?
Shit, I don't know.
Let's have some candy and
Let me ask you something.
Okay.
You check into a hotel. You had a long night.
Mm-hmm.
Frickin' the hotel's shitty. It was too expensive, but the room's okay. And there's a Andes mint on your pillow. Do you eat it?
Yeah. Without doubt. Let's eat the fucking candy. Let's eat it.
Sure. Let's eat the candy.
Let's do it.
Jamie stares at you, his eyes drilling into yours. Eat the mint. I double dare you. He taunts. This is stupid, you think, as you unwrap the mint, but you can't help it. Jamie has a way of making you act like a jerk. You pop the chocolate candy into your mouth and chew. You say your mouth full. A moment later, your eyes close. Your head feels dizzy. Then you slump to the floor in a twisted heap.
Okay, it was poison.
No,
it was poison.
Will really be your last word on Earth? All right, I have to turn to page 70.
No,
I just
hope
like
we
thinking
died.
of Paul's child character B just going, oh, well, it was poison. And then just collapse.
Oh my god.
That's how I would die.
Well, it's certainly your last word on Earth as a person. But thanks to that Sweet Dreams mint, you can look forward to your first word on Earth as a ghost.
We
but
died!
Don't get too upset. You managed to get back at the creeps who turned you into a ghost in the first place. You play so many practical jokes on the regular ghost that they decide to haunt some other hotel. In fact, because of your pranks, the Hotel Morte becomes a big tourist attraction. Jamie, Moira, and BJ get summer jobs working at the hotel
to hang
so
out
you
with
can
us.
all hang out. Yup, being a ghost doesn't turn out to be so bad in the end.
Wow!
We did it! That's the best
You guys
ending.
had 2 choices. On the second one, you poisoned yourself.
And time. Speedrunning world record for Goosebumps. Choose your own adventure.
Okay, so let's pick up the phone. What do you say we pick up the phone?
Yeah, let's do it, but I'm going to say that was the best ending we were going to get.
What?
Honestly. Your friends got jobs. You scared away all the ghosts. What's fucked up is that when your friends move on from their jobs, you're gonna have to get other kids to work their jobs just to keep the whole park going. And then you're not going to know anyone there anymore, and it's going to be sad.
It's going to be like staying in high school for your entire
at some
life.
point, the last friend will be the last one working there with you, and I'm sorry, man. I just I gotta follow my dream of being an Instagram star, and they leave the hotel, and you're oh no, I'm alone.
And then you get FOGO, fear of ghosting out.
Foga, fear of ghosting alone.
Oh, sad.
All right, so let's rewind back to answering the phone after the TV taunted us.
You decide to answer the phone. Hello, you say? Listen carefully, a strange whispery voice orders on the other end of the line. You can't tell if it's a man or woman speaking, or even a kid. I am Drew Mortegarth. Except for you and your companions, I am the only living human being in this hotel. The voice goes on. Whatever you do, don't go to sleep tonight. If you fall asleep, you'll turn into a ghost yourself. But I can help you. I've got the keys to the front door. Come find me, and hurry. I'm in room, but before you can find out what room number, the voice breaks into a horrible scream.
Oh, he's dead.
The line goes dead.
The ghost got him.
Ghost got him. They fucking made him.
Or,
eat
you
mint.
know,
They
he
were
didn't
like,
pay for the phone usage and they billed him, you know?
That's the thing. And now he's got to pay with his life. Your eyes grow wide. You stand there listening to the dial tone like an idiot. Finally, you hang up. It said that. That was not. That
No
was not
way.
a dummy.
That's
No
great.
way.
I thought that was just a dumb addition, but I loved it.
No. Who was it? Jamie demands. I don't know. You answer blankly. Fucking, you do know.
He said his name.
Yeah. Okay. Here you go. Someone named Drew Mordegarth. He said he was the only other human being in the hotel alive. If he is a he, you add, remembering the strange voice. You don't know if you were talking to a guy or a girl, Moira asks. You shake your head. The person whispered. I couldn't tell. But whoever it was warned us not to fall asleep or else we'll turn into ghosts. Ghosts? BJ repeats. His voice quavers with fear. Oh, that should be ghosts? Cool, Jamie exclaims. This place is awesome. Drew promised to help. You continue. He said, or she said, Moira chimes in. He said you glance at Moira, or she had keys. But before he or she could tell me what room to go to, I heard a scream and the line went dead. So what are we waiting for? Jamie exclaims, his eyes lighting up. Let's go find this sucker. Page 64 I have to turn to.
I don't know why this identity of this caller's gender is so important to these kids right now.
Because when you were a kid in the 90s, gender was everything. You had to hate girls. You had to be the best boy.
Which side were you on? Which boys were secretly girls?
Mm-hmm.
That's very true.
You had to find it out. That was your little boy job in America.
Yep.
No, wait, BJ cries. You can't leave us here. Typical BJ, you think. He's kind of a wimp. We're not leaving you, Dodo, Jamie says. We're all going. We'll split up and search.
I'm calling people Dodo from now on, just so you
should. You should. We'll split up and search the hotel. Then we'll meet back here in an hour, exactly at midnight. If we found Drew Mordegarth and the key, great. If not, we'll make another plan, okay? You nod and Moira shrugs, but BJ looks worried as he follows the three of you to the door. You step into the hall. Then you push the button for the elevator. Just as the elevator doors open, inside you see something airy, a filmy form of some sort. It moves slowly toward you. It's a ghost larger than any human being you've ever seen. I gotta go to page 92.
Oh, maybe it's the tall ghost from It Follows.
Oh, maybe it is. By the way, this is some real Luigi's Mansion 3 shit going on right now.
Oh, yeah?
This is a lot like that game I'm playing, Luigi's Mansion 3. The ghost is at least 7 feet tall.
Oh, my God.
Ugly, hulking, transparent form, dressed in overalls like a janitor. Like an idiot janitor.
Like a poor janitor.
Horrible, tiny, sunken eyes, like raisins, dot his huge, puffy face. At first you can see right through him to the back of the elevator. He looks half dead and half alive. You stare at him as his transparent body becomes solid. In his right hand he carries a long clattering chain. Each link of the chain is the size of a donut. He lifts it, gripping it in both his hands as he wants to strangle someone. You run as fast as you can, then turn to page 105.
Let us choose.
This is some Mortal Kombat shit going on right now. This is like not hotel related at all.
Run!
No, this is a murder game that we're playing now.
Hey, real quick, Dom. Drew Mordegarth, is that also spelled exactly like Morte?
Morte Garth, and like Garth from Wayne's World.
Okay,
Morte
so
Garth.
also another death person. Got it, cool.
Run, you scream to the others. You turn left and race down the hall. Your heart pounds as you push through an emergency door to the flight of stairs. Stumbling, you take the steps 2 at a time. Down one flight, then another, then another. Your heart pounds harder and harder. You can hear footsteps behind you and a clattering sound. The sound of the chain dragging on the stairs.
Ooh.
Clang, clatter,
Okay.
clang, clang.
Okay. He's building a little scene here. Cool.
Your terror grows. Or she. Paul, we don't know what the ghostwriter gender was.
That's fair.
Or they. Your terror grows as the sound comes closer. Finally, as you round the corner on the last flight of stairs, you dare to glance back. There's a person standing right above you. You stop dead in your tracks. Find out who it is on page 110. Okay.
Let me
Okay.
choose. Let me choose.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, this
Now
is.
let me choose.
Oh.
You guys about to get a choice.
Yes.
Jamie, you gasp. Jamie stands above you, dragging the ghost's metal chain. I grabbed this away from the ghost. Jamie exclaims, holding the chain up. He wasn't as strong as he looked. You shake your head and amazed.
Oh my
What about
God.
Moira and BJ? Jamie shrugs. They ran another way. Come on, let's go find Drew Mordegarth. I thought you all were supposed to split up.
I thought this. I don't trust this.
It's so easy to get over on these ghosts. So far, we've watched us as a ghost defeat these ghosts, and our young friend steal the ghost's weapon from him. It's so
He is the cool, daring friend who double
That's
dares
true.
you, though.
That's fair.
Yeah, well, you just gotta pull out your Poltergeist 3000. You suck up the chain, and it's easy.
That's his weak point, is you get the chain.
Mm-hmm.
He drops the chain as you both hurry down the last flight of stairs. You step into a large carpeted hallway. It's empty and eerily quiet until you hear a low growl behind you. You whirl around. A large black dog appears out of thin air.
Okay, I'm
a
scared.
ghost dog. The dog barks at you viciously. Then he dashes past you down the hall toward an exit door. Look, you cry, a way out. You race after the dog. He pushes through a rubber flap in the bottom section of the door, a built-in doggy door. You try the knob, locked. How about that? You suggest, pointing to the doggy door. Jamie squints at you. Are you serious? Are you? Can you squeeze through a doggy's door? If you try to follow the dog, turn to page 37.
God.
If you keep looking for Drew Mordegarth, turn to page 17.
We gotta go through this doggy door, right?
I'm way more interested in the dog than like a dude who's clearly trying to he either owns the hotel, and that's why his name Morday, by the way, or he's a ghost and he's trying to trick us. So yeah, let's follow this dog.
Okay.
Fuck being logical.
Okay, we're going to 37.
That's some shade on this decision there, Paul.
No, you're making the right decision, Chad. I'm with you 100%.
You drop down on all fours in front of the doggy door. You look stupid, Jamie teases you. I feel stupid, you admit. You push your head through the swinging rubber flap and crawl outside. By the time you squeeze out, you're all scratched up and sticky. Gross. The doggy door has been glopped up with saliva from dogs licking it. And poking
What dog
through,
licks a doggy door?
and poking through with their noses. But you don't care. At least you've escaped from the ghost. You stand up and glance around. A moment later, Jamie crawls out behind you. Now what? He asks, scrambling to his feet. The two of you shiver as you gaze at the deserted road. It's a cold, moonlit night, and very clear. You can see there is no traffic.
Mm-hmm,
You turn to the woods behind the hotel. Gnarled, twisted trees loom in the moonlight. You think you spot a faint light way in the distance through the woods. It could be a house. Well, Jamie asks, if you run toward the light in the woods, turn to page 14. If you go toward the road, turn to page 58.
I don't know, Chad. I like your. Look, I told us to eat the candy, so I'm gonna trust you.
We're already out of the spooky hotel, which is like the whole premise of this book. So at this point,
I mean, your friends may die in this next choice.
I don't care. My friends, they've all sucked so far.
Okay, I'm with nihilistic Paul. What do you?
Even
say, Paul?
though I am one of them, I'm.
What's in the house? What's in the house, or what's on the road?
They want us to go back into a house. They want us in a house. So I think let's go the opposite direction.
Wait, who's they? The ghosts?
The ghost writer.
Oh, okay, clever. Can I just have particularly that Dom laugh as a button I can push?
I want that as my ringtone.
Yeah, Kevin, let's program that.
I'll follow. So you want to go to the road, Paul? You want to?
I think I want to go to the road. It's like we're doing a little Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it. Why don't we do it in the road, right? Let's do it. That was my Beatles reference, folks. Okay, no one's going to talk to me anymore. No way are you going into the dark woods, you decide. You rub your arms to stay warm. Then you slowly walk toward the road. Hey, Jamie calls as the two of you reach the front parking lot. Look, a bus.
Okay. I swear to God, if the Muppets are in this, I'm so on board.
If the Muppets are in this, I will stop doing this podcast and I will say that we've reached the end.
Yeah. This is the end of the podcast if it's the Muppets.
I will end this podcast on that.
He's right. Parked right next to Mrs. Matson's car is in the sorry, I keep hearing bug noises.
I don't. That's creepier than anything we've read in this book so far. Dom.
Yeah, a bug's noise. What
Kevin,
the hell?
put that on a button for us, please. We need that on a button.
The only other car in the empty parking lot is a big silver tour bus. It's empty except for a driver who seems to be snoozing at the wheel. Cool, Jamie cries. This is our ticket out of here. Jamie races ahead of you and climbs onto the bus. You run to catch up. You leap onto the steps, joining Jamie inside. The instant you are in the bus, too far inside to be able to leave, the bus driver awakens. He pulls a lever, closing the bus door. Where to, chums? The driver asks. He tips his hat to you with a grin. But before you can answer, he jerks the bus into gear. Then he speeds out of the parking lot and into the night.
This is the end?
What?
Paul just got the both of you abducted. You were just fucking on an episode of Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah.
Oh, I might watch that shit tonight, dude. I might spook myself.
That sounds great. Robert Stack just walks in front of this hotel. This was a normal hotel. A dumb mother who didn't know how to follow map directions to DC pulled over.
Who couldn't figure out how to print out MapQuest, but decided so that she could probably remember it. That is only for the real millennials. You know who you are, right? You guys backing up on that?
Wait, what? You lost me there.
I don't know the reference. I was just laughing.
Because, look, okay, all right, I'm going to explain it. Because
unpack that, please.
Unpack it. Real millennials are the last millennials, the last legal millennials, and that's us guys. And we fucking had to use MapQuest before we had GPS in our phone.
Oh, hell yeah, I used MapQuest, and I would use my odometer to know how long I had to go.
Oh, God, yeah, we missed out on the fun of the odometer. Yeah, man, that was kind of scary.
Scary times. Chad, I just want you to know that I am going to get us out of this.
Okay, I believe in you, BJ. You're BJ, right? You're BJ.
Yeah, well, BJ.
Well, Jamie, I guess.
Now I'm Jamie because we abandoned.
Oh, sorry.
Our other friends.
Yes, that's right. We left BJ behind.
Hey, stop. Where are we going? You shout at the driver. You and Jamie exchange scared glances. Buckle up, chums, the bus driver replies. We're going for a wild ride.
You boys like Mexico?
He's not kidding. The bus barrels around a curve and tilts onto just one set of wheels. A moment later, the road curves another way, and the bus driver yanks the wheel. The tires squeal. Awesome, Jamie shouts. It's like having a private roller coaster ride or being on a race car track. No, it's not, you scream. He's going to get us killed. Not all of us, the bus driver comments cheerfully. Oh, you don't like the sound of that. Wait, what do you mean, you stammer? Ooh. Well, the bus driver explains, turning to grin at you. I can't get myself killed because I'm already dead.
Yes, Ghost Driver.
I really needed this spilled out for me right now.
Yes, it was quite a moment. Already dead? The words hit you like a punch in the gut. The bus driver begins to fade into nothingness right before your eyes. A moment ago, he was a scrawny man with a tan, wrinkled face and a gray uniform and a gray cap. And now he's nothing. Okay. Fucking gone. Vanished. A ghost. Enjoy your ride, the ghost says as his voice drifts away. Where did he go? Jamie cries, sounding panicked. Is he still driving? You have no idea.
Chad, I'm still going to get us out of this.
All you know is that the bus is speeding through the pitch black night, 80 miles an hour, tearing down the highway, screeching around curves. Faster, faster. We have to take over the wheel, Jamie shouts. You better do it. You figure. You're the closest to the driver's seat. All right, we have to turn to find.
Don't worry, Chad. I am a 35-year-old man in a 12-year-old's mind in this book. I will get us out of this.
If there's a choose your own adventure like stick shift, I'd be so down.
That would be sick.
You leap into the bus driver's seat. What is stick shift?
Like a car.
Like a stick shift, like a manual stick shift.
A car. Oh, sure.
Like if it had to be like quick, like now do you push the clutch? Do you push in the clutch first, or do you shift to neutral? Turn to page 10. If you just asked me that, we'd be so fucked.
Chad knows.
You're at 35. If you're at 3,500 RPMs, are you shifting up? Are you shifting down?
You leap into the bus driver's seat. It's empty. He's gone, you shout, gripping the huge steering wheel. The wheel is so big, you can hardly control it. The seat is high. Your feet don't quite reach the pedals. You have to slump down and stretch your legs way out. Your heart lunges into your throat. You can hardly breathe. Whoa, Jamie shouts, look out! Up ahead, there's a huge truck coming straight at you. You grip the wheel for dear life and stare into the dark night. To your left is, oh my gosh. To your left is a sheer, rocky cliff. You can't go that way. To your right is a fenced-in field filled with cows. Straight ahead is the truck.
Kill the cows.
Quick,
kill the cows.
Decide what to do. So here is, if you ever wanted to, if for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe we wanted to. If you ever wanted to send children off a rocky cliff on a tour bus, you may do that. Okay, so it says if you try to go straight through this truck, turn to page 115. If you swerve into the field of cows, go to 97. If you slam on the brakes, close your eyes and hope for the best.
Wow, 4 choices.
Okay, so you can't throw the kids off a cliff.
Okay, so the options are drive into the truck.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, I think if you drive straight, you go off the cliff. Hold on, let's see.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. So you can choose that.
Up ahead. Okay, up ahead. There's a huge truck coming straight at you. So do you go? You can go through the truck. You can go through the cow field, or you can hit the brakes.
Okay, well, hitting the brakes is the most logical, right?
Yeah, but like, do we think we can steer while we're braking and our car, peels out?
Yeah, I've taken an aggressive driving course. I can handle that.
Okay, if you're feeling good about it, Paul.
No.
I don't want to hurt any cows.
Oh, my instinct was to go right into the cows and use them to slow us down.
Shit, man, that is brutal and real, and let's do it.
I did say I would get us out of this, and that's my choice.
You did. Follow your follow your gut.
Let me get you out of this.
Okay. Jamie screams as the truck roars toward you. With a hard jerk, you yank the steering wheel to the right. Kabam! The bus bumps and jerks over the edge of the road into a small ditch. Then it rolls on, crashing and smashing through a barbed wire fence.
Oh, we're setting them free.
Stops. You driven straight into the middle of a field of cows. Moo! The cows cry, startled by the bus's arrival. Ouch, you moan as you bounce against the steering wheel in the driver's seat. That hurt. Yay! A crowd of voices behind you cheers. Uh-oh.
What did we do? We freed the cows, is what I think.
I think we saved the cows.
Your head snaps around. Huh? You grunt, staring at the empty bus seats. You saved us! The invisible voices cry. Then, one by one, the seats begin to fill up with ghosts. At first, they are airy, filmy. And finally, they become solid. You stare in amazement. Your mouths fall open. Every single seat on the bus is filled with ghosts, but not ordinary ghosts. They're the ghosts of circus performers.
What? Why?
You can't believe your eyes. A fat lady, a lion tamer with Dietrich the Great written in sequins on his shirt. Okay. 2 women bareback riders, the flying Watusis, a famous trapeze act. A man in the front seat is swallowing fire. His son beside him is swallowing a sword. Cool, Jamie exclaims. What are you doing on this bus? A man dressed as a ringmaster stands up. This is our tour bus, he explains. We've been doing a road tour for a 3-ring circus. Too bad we only play for dead audiences.
Duh.
Huh?
Nice.
Does he mean that they only play for ghosts? You don't even care. You're just happy to be hanging out with so many interesting people. This is too cool to be true. That bus driver was crazy, the lion tamer mutters from the back. We need someone new to drive. I say, let those kids do it. And that's just what happens. You and Jamie spend the rest of your lives driving the bus for a circus act called The Greatest Ghosts on Earth.
Oh my fucking God.
The end.
Oh my fucking God.
That's the hell? Great. What the fucking hell is this book?
Never have I ever felt an author more got bored with the premise faster than this storyline.
Dude, and both of them, they were good endings, I guess?
I guess.
Two good endings?
This one was better than the other one. Well, no, the other one was pretty good, too.
They're both great endings. We won both of those, I would say.
We got poisoned?
And then became the king
poisoned yourself and became the children drivers, the underage drivers of a ghost circus.
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't say that we're forced to do it. It says for the rest of our lives we drive, which I interpret as we find nothing more fulfilling in our entire existence. Like
we found our calling.
Marriage, children, video games. We just love driving these fucking ghosts around like the Muppets. I was not that far off.
You were not that far off, Chad.
This podcast almost ended there.
Oh God, that's the scariest part of all. Oh, that was too close.
I couldn't help but notice a tragic absence of clowns on that circus.
Well, maybe that's why it was the perfect circus.
Oh, yeah, because if it was like ghost clowns, it'd be too scary. They wanted us to be like, these guys are fun ones.
Yeah, Dietrich and his pals.
Do you guys want to look at the other endings?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the best possible. I don't know how we can. I'm sure there's an ending where we escape the hotel with our mom or something, but like, fuck our mom. She didn't know how to follow directions, and she ruined our DC trip. Our big
and fuck half your friends.
Yeah, like, and plus, if this is like the middle school DC trip, this is the big end of the year trip where you get to kiss a girl. That was how our middle school trip was for DC. And then one of the girls before us, she flashed her boobs on the window on the hotel, and we never got to go. Yeah, the grade before us.
Wow.
Yeah, she flashed her boobs to the other guys in the other hotel room, and then the whole thing got shut down. I never got to kiss a girl in DC.
Oh no!
What a tangent! What a tangent! So you know what? Fuck our mom.
If you could change your page turns back then, Chad, how would you play your cards? How would you play your pages?
I would somehow tell the girl a year ahead of us, like, hey, keep those globes locked up, and for the right dude,
save them for the right dude.
Save them for the right dude that deserves them. Don't just flash them to all of DC in your hotel window and where a nun can see it.
And then the next year, you would have tried to convince her to flash.
Yeah, no, totally. That would have been like, I'm the guy. I'll try. Okay,
I want you to know, I looked up the endings. The two endings we got are considered ambiguous, which I do not agree with.
What?
I think they were both very good endings. Those are good endings, right?
Oh yeah, because I forgot we die, but we become a ghost, and we have like a prank talk show or TV show. That's pretty good.
That's great.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And the last one particularly felt more towards good. I can see the first one being ambiguous because you're trapped and like you can't ever go away. But those are pretty good endings.
Yeah, the way they describe this ending is the book suggests you don't mind this because the ghosts are so interesting to be with. Yeah, we're having a great time.
Yeah, I'd love it. Yeah. Though I don't think sword swallowing is as impressive when you're a ghost, I'll be honest.
No.
Scrolling across different endings.
What, do you see any good ones?
Let's see. One of them is you're killed when the ghosts throw you off a high diving board into an empty pool with no water.
That's horrific. Okay. Here's one completely out of context that I would love. No, I don't want to ever know the context of it. You're enslaved by dwarves who force you to do all their house chores and toil in their mine.
Oh, Sammy didn't get that one.
That's fun.
Yeah, where would that even? Okay, sure. I don't even know where that would have come from.
I don't want to know. I want to live in a world where that's just a fun thing that could happen.
It seems like there's a lot of these where you just do kind of a random thing and you fall asleep and wake up as a ghost.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of them are you turning into ghosts, which I guess That's what we signed up for, right?
Yeah. Also, I think, by the way, we narrowly avoided death, Paul, where one of these was you and Jamie decide to escape through the dog door, but are covered in dog drool. That happened to us.
That did happen.
But
Yes,
you
it did
go
happen.
into the woods, but the scent of drool draws wolves who attack and eat you.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That's cool.
There's a lot of good ways to die in this book.
Yeah, this is like also all the paths for this. Like I'm just looking at the kind of the wiki has like, you know, how many pages you would need to choose through. They're all like 4 or 5 step paths.
It's
like, this is a very short book.
It's quick. There's a lot of death in this book, which I like real death.
Yeah, whoever ghost wrote this is like real angry.
This one was fun.
I did. I had a great time.
I actually liked this more for having different turns and at least kind of being hotel related up until nothing hotel related happened.
At least when we made our decisions, it quickly killed us so that we could go make more decisions.
Yes.
Yeah. Here's my favorite of the endings.
Yes. Let's hear it.
One of the good endings is you escape the hotel, convince BJ's mother to keep driving despite the problems with the car engine, and all reach Washington, D.C. safely. Which means the car was fine.
Is that the mom was second guessing herself and put her children in danger?
Yeah, she had like the parking brake on or something and pulled over at the hotel.
Freaking ridiculous.
She had a little less air in her tire, and she had the check engine light come on. That's what she did. Come on, BJ's mom. Flick my tip off, okay?
Freaking flick it off.
Poke me right in the taint, BJ's mom.
Assassinate my tape, BJ's mom.
Surgical strike my pelvis, BJ's mom.
Wow.
I think that's been Goosebuds, guys. Dom, thank you so much for being our Dom Moschiti Dungeon Master.
Yeah, thanks for Dom MMing us.
I had a great time.
Hey, Dom. Play my cheeks like some bongos, all right?
To play my cheeks like the bongos. It's getting fetishy. It's getting a little... I think we need to take a break from it tonight.
All right.
Hey,
yeah,
why don't you send us your best new whatever we want to call these?
Whatever this is.
Whatever this is, this idiom, this phrase, send us your best ones.
Fucking grope my ankle. Right?
You know what? Just pluck my nails. Just pluck my nails.
Lick my teeth. Lick my fucking teeth.
That's kind of erotic somehow.
Actually, it is.
Yeah. Send us your favorites to us on Twitter. We're on Twitter at GoosebudsPod. Or you can email us, goosebuds@gmail.com. We love hearing from you. We have a mailbag piling up with stuff that we're going to read probably in another Camp Goosebuds coming up pretty soon. Which
you can only get from becoming a Patreon subscriber. Subscribe at patreon.com/goosebuds. Do it now.
No, I feel enticed to go right now.
If you want to hear Chad's hunting story, you got to pay money.
Hey, stop by comfyjunior.com and buy something.
That's a good pitch.
I'm gonna have more Sonic shirts soon.
Yeah, there's great Sonic shirts in there. It's an awesome store to go to. There's funny stuff.
Shop, add some stuff to your cart, take a break. I don't know, do something else. Come back, check out. You know,
and hey, maybe maybe we've been kicking the tires on some Goosebuds related stuff. You know, I'm just saying. That's the thing we've been talking about.
Maybe those exist.
We be talking
shopping.
I hope you like talking too. I hope you do.
Listen
boys,
to Pretend Friends. Listen to Pretend Friends.
Yeah, listen to Pretend Friends.
Pretend Friends, new series, new season. Very excited. My boy Hark seems to be. I'm so sorry. My boy Hark seems to be the doomsday of the entire galaxy. I'm so sorry.
Hark is the MacGuffin of this entire season, so Hark's gonna show up.
Should be pretty cool. Also, I mean, hey, if you're hearing this episode, go back to our feed. We have a bunch of Goosebuds RPG using the Space Kings system. Is the Kickstarter still going, or is that done?
It's over.
It's over. It tripled or quadrupled its goal.
It did. Almost fourdupled.
Oh my god.
That's wait, huge. You said quadrupled already.
No, fourdupled's the better term for it.
Fourdupled.
Fourduple skilt skin.
You know what? Just flick my foreskin already. Just do it.
Just stretch my skin.
Exfoliate my sack, okay?
Stretch my bat wing out as long as you want.
My bad way.
You know, fucking hem my foreskin, all right?
Okay.
It's fucking
droopy.
baggy,
It's too
all right?
droopy.
It's too
These are
droopy.
getting so visceral, my body parts are hurting.
Fucking hurt my body parts, all right?
Roll over me like a garbage truck and go beep, beep, beep the whole time.
Roll your body toward mine and roll over my
RL,
body.
suck on my spine, you know? All right, we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. This episode of Goosebuds is brought to you by our wonderful Patreon supporters. They include these amazing people:
Thank you to Ryan Melfi,
Cale Clinton,
Noah August,
Sam Hash,
Stefan Jive Turkey Kuwabara,
Spencer Furness is making dumb names on Patreon,
Trendy Moron,
Hollis Hornbeak,
Andrew Jadshausen,
Iden Alexander Diaz,
Buddy Morrill,
Goon Cahoots,
Bradford Coulter,
Cameron Murphy Audio,
Goose Time,
Dylan Vaughn,
Chris Birch,
Lady Stoy Weaver,
Jin K,
Clayton C,
Lord Cornwallis,
Jonas Eggman,
Dapio,
Yeah,
Rich Hilborn,
David Cron,
Ryan Kite,
Toothless Barry the Whistler Bostowitz,
Fred Atkins,
Andrew Evans,
Connor Church,
Joshua P. Robertson,
Cardamom Birkenbino,
Joshua Jacobwitz,
Michael McDowell,
Carter Glass,
Justin Wagman,
Mickey C,
Elizabeth Steenweg,
Vincent Modica,
Mike Lanteri,
Boss Garrettson,
Luke Noodles,
Nathan Dolezal,
Chris Pittman,
Cardboard Walk,
Nick Henkel,
Daddy's Happy Apple Boy,
Dr. Sanjay,
Alcade,
Dan,
Goblin Library,
Jared Mason,
Dylan Eads,
Leviathan. Oh wait, that's been Levithan all this whole time. Levithan,
Jim Greaves,
Ryan Shell,
Lee Wood,
Tommy You Ever Nut from Getting a Charlie Horse While Jacking It Hoey,
Mel Dipson,
Egg Baby,
Zam Bambino,
Nat2 Pearl Henderson,
Just Garrett,
Cry Bricky,
Joshua Lopez,
Video Ghost,
Rug,
Zang Keefe,
Yoplin,
Uppenchamp,
Afsheen,
Calamity Carl,
Alicia Grafe,
Danky McStanky,
Donko 8.
Anthony Kuwabara,
Jennifer Britton,
Hey fellas, we're all smelling real good. But quick, deodorant check. Everyone check your deodorant.
Brock Graham,
Aaron T. Strunk,
Germ Juice,
Hugh Boland,
Brandon Rowdenbush,
Jonas Evan Voidson.
Jake Young,
Dango Twists,
Please let me go home. I don't want to read names anymore. I love all your names. I'll do this for another hour.
Joe Gorman,
Steven Ghost Kisser Daniels,
Alan G. Jasom,
Carl Kleinasser,
Victor,
Buffcat,
Malicious,
Brian Wells,
Dylan McCann,
Yanni Markovina,
Zedticles,
Nick Johnson, Spider-Man,
Blake Alvarez,
Drew Applegate,
Sean Minogue,
Elusive Koala,
Becca McWilliams,
SNES Chalmers,
Nathan Remick,
Jonas Blatterman,
Arachnid Delight,
Kramer,
Jacob the Rough-Handed,
Paul's regular saw ?
Stealth Bates,
Stephen Day,
Divaldi,
Joseph Miranda,
Kate and Franklin,
Jesus Christ,
Patrick Reynolds,
David Gray.
Boney,
Robert Moon,
How are you, Chad? I'm doing just great. I'm working on a cool Star Trek cartoon and having a blast. Thanks for asking.
Boss Skeleton,
Scott Colopy,
Scotty Pippen,
Brooke X,
Jason Crooker,
Adam Morocco,
Christian Van Skeever,
John Keaty,
Berard,
Corey Shelley,
Third Sergio,
Chip Handsome,
Joe,
Chad was a football star,
Dak Prinky,
Brian Hopgood,
Christina Doling,
Dr. Worm,
Jeremy Lowe,
Clay Castle,
Jared Newty,
Low Belly Hate Me,
Joe, remember to save early and often, Scott,
Jeremy Bowser,
Reed Steuben Yake,
just a pretty good dog overall,
Matt McKellen,
Rocky Raccoon,
Miguel Pardo,
R.L. Slink, ooh, It's too scary.
Paul Grasso.
Ryan Carroll.
Zach Connor.
Trans rights.
Sadie Kitson.
Anxious Serve.
Zach Bush.
Christopher Dunn.
Compass System.
Joey Evans.
Walter Fraser.
I bet my dad could jack off your dad. Yeah, probably could. Right, good.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Daddy.
Calf.
I wish R.L. Stein were my dad.
Carewise Gamgee.
Cody Redfield. Matt the Half-Court Warlock Bachelor.
J.R. Chip.
Foolish for Deborah.
Taylor Dierks.
Megan McCormick Mason.
Jordan Lockwood.
Ishak Arafin.
Plushy Pal.
Valhalla Black.
Maddie.
Hood Lemon.
Cameron Hansen.
Matthew Spooky Noises of the Unexplained. Ooh.
Manuel Avalez.
Joe Tierney.
Reinfected.
Ninja Breadmen.
Patreon donator yo.
The Puerto Rican Dream.
S.
Swag Bumps Nightmare at Camp YOLO Squire.
Wacky username.
Tom Whitman.
Turkinson McVan Gravens. That was tough. Turkinson Van Gravians. You really stumped me this time, Turkinson Van Gravians.
Got little old moi pretty freaked. Very fancy.
Danger Tits.
Alistair Perez.
Greg Erican.
Tom Whitman.
Alan Saylor.
Horse McPowers.
Danger Tits.
Chosen One.
Etono More.
Gregory D. Warren.
General Lee Depressing.
Jack McGee.
John the Howling Eye Duda.
James Roy.
Llama Consultant.
Mikey Jello.
Nicholas Johnson.
And Tanya Turtle. Thank you all so very, very much. We love you.
That's it. Thank you, everybody. We love you. Goodbye.